Podcast where legacy reigns, Madden and NCAA, the talk of the town, franchise and dynasty, we never back down. Legacy lives on every single day. Welcome to the People's Podcast where legends play. The legacy of Madden and NCAA here to stay. Troy leading the way in this game we trust. Franchise and dynasty, the People's Podcast. The passion and the drive, the spirit of the game. Champion mindset will never be the same. Hot topics and debates, we bring the heat. The legacy of greatness, can you feel the beat? The legacy lives on, strong and true. Welcome to the People's Podcast where legends play.
Bam! We are back for another NCAA podcast. I can't do it without my main guy, Randy, who's at this point become almost like a co-host. I think we can call him a co-host of the People's Podcast. Mr. Randy, welcome to the show, sir. There it is. Glass, nice and tall.
The Trailer Park Chalice.
There you go.
Mason
Cheers,
jar
my friend.
On a goblet.
There you go. Cheers. There you go, my friend. Hey, so listen, we have a lot to talk about. Fuck Madden.
Yeah,
NCAA.
dead to me.
It is. Has been out now.
Yeah.
Almost a week, right? Early access came out on Monday at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, and the servers didn't all crash for everybody. I was able to get on. I don't know about you.
Dude,
I was able to get on with no problem.
I should have just didn't even turn on Wi-Fi the first day. I was like,
there you go.
I have no intentions. I'm not playing anyone online. I'm not playing Mutt or Nut. I'm only going to build a franchise.
That's it. So it didn't matter. You were going straight dynasty from day one. I love it.
Dude.
So for everybody else that didn't pay the extra dough, you got access to it. When was it, on Friday? Yesterday?
It was either
Thursday.
Last night or
I think it was last night.
It was last
midnight.
night.
Yeah. So you guys are just getting into the game. So welcome to the party. Glad you're here. Again, drop yourself in the comments. You have any questions or you want to join the show? Hit me up. Send me a DM and I'll send you a link. This is an open podcast. I know Randy shitted on Uno earlier today when Uno asked about joining the pod. Uno, which by the way, if you're on, shoot me a DM. I'll hook you up with the link. You can join the show. All right, Randy. So I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna ask you first. Does it feel good to be back? 10 years, man. How did it feel? So you turn it on, Monday, 4 p.m. 0.01 seconds. So as soon as the clock turned, it is on, it's loaded, it's ready to go.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
So I'll tell you my story real quick. So I got off I had a meeting in Charlotte with my company we had a big presentation to go over and I was the one presenting. And we landed in Charlotte at like 12:30 EST. So I was like, I have 3.5 hours to fuck off. I can't get in. I literally couldn't get in till 4 in my hotel room. So I'll just go to the gym that's down the road and get a little lift in and then go, fucking play the games I've been waiting for 3 years. Well, I get to the gym and it's one of those warehouse gyms. If you don't know, that's like the badass gyms. So I'm lifting and I'm not paying attention to the time just because I'm in the zone.
Lost track of time.
Yeah, and I looked up and it was like 3:40.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And I was like, oh fuck. So I just
you gotta go. You gotta get out of here.
I left, took all my shit, fucking drove back. I was like 3 minutes away and I got caught in like dumb traffic. So you have like normal traffic, which is just like it happens, it's natural. But dumb traffic is when someone's doing dumb shit, like 5 cars away. You're like, this motherfucker. What had happened was there was a homeless person. Charlotte has a terrible homeless problem, apparently. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But
where in Charlotte were you?
I was in the fancy part of Charlotte. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Okay. Raleigh's usually pretty nice little area out there.
Yeah, it's wherever
Raleigh's in North Carolina, so that's not Charlotte.
Yeah, no, Charlotte's North Carolina. Charlotte's
Yeah,
the
but
capital.
Raleigh's like south of
Oh,
Charlotte. Is what I
I
mean.
got you.
What I mean.
Yeah, I got you. So I was in, I guess, like I was in like like the heart of Charlotte.
Yeah,
I guess you
yeah.
could say
You're
where the
you're in
big
the downtown
building
area.
is. Yeah, where that they have that big ass government building
Hmm.
that's like way obnoxiously large. I was there, but I see it, and this person's like talking to the homeless person, the hobo, while the lights green, and there was like a greater than 0% of my brain that was like, just fucking hit him, hit the hobo, fuck it, like cut across, hit the hobo, you'll get there in time. Alas, I was raised with like good ethics, so I didn't do that. So I didn't open it up till 4:05,
There you
much
go.
to my dismay.
Oh
I,
man.
dude, I had to like
Oh
mute all of
no.
Discord. I was like, I just can't. I can't do this. Like they're gonna be posting shit about it. So I get in, fucking finally hook it up and everything, get my headphones on, and it was like getting warped back to fucking small Randy, small 10-year-old Randy. Oh my, oh my God,
Yeah,
guys.
we were rushing on, trying to get everything on.
Hmm. You
So,
hear?
how was the gameplay? How'd you enjoy it? You loaded up. So, what'd you do first?
I mean, I did what everybody did first. I went to my favorite team and I looked at my roster.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. So you looked at LSU.
yeah, they
All
did
right.
fucking Garrett Nussmeier dirty. Lower overall than Arch Manning. That's pretty fucking trash.
Yeah. Yeah. But then you played a game.
Then I played the game. The game is good. Newsflash, fellas.
I love it.
The game,
All right.
I love it.
So talk
I
about the
love it.
gameplay. What was your okay? So this new revamp passing.
Dude, you could actually throw dots. Like actual
Okay, so
like
it's legit.
in my mind it's legit. You still can't. I'd like to be able to do a little bit more of a high pass, but
A
not a
little more of an
high
arc.
pass.
You're talking a little
Yeah,
more
an
of an
arc.
arc on that
Yeah,
middle
sometimes.
seam type of throw.
Yeah, and maybe I just need to get better at like releasing it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like I could get a tiny bit more arc in there to get it over a defender. But that also is a credit to them for actually also having linebackers play defense again.
Linebackers are back.
They're back. Oh my
Linebackers
God.
are playing like they're like there's fucking lurker in their DNA. They've been juiced
Dude.
up with lurker abilities because
Yep.
I've been seeing some linebackers now. Again, not the jumping animations, but more of the body control, being able to turn
Yeah.
when passes are being thrown and being able to properly play the ball.
Yeah.
Are some of the little things that I noticed where I'm not seeing linebackers just like grabbing at fucking air all the time and he's right there, but he's right there, right, but he's right there.
Cooking. The ball's
no.
the ball's like right here, and he's like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, if you be a little more, have a little more agility. Come on,
yeah,
come on,
man.
So, what do you think about the linebacker play? It's back. It's good.
It's back.
You love it.
And I'm so pro like linebackers being back, because especially in like college specifically, because typically that's where your freaks are.
Of course.
Like your Isaiah Simmons, your Harold Perkins, like those guys are, they'll probably play safety once they get into the league.
Right.
But off the bat, they're linebackers.
Yeah, they're sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
Four guys that are just, strong safeties in the box.
Yep.
All right, so we got a couple people checking in. On the comment section. So I do want to. We got Terp checking in, saying who's going to win the Natty. He's talking about OTC.
Yeah.
OTC is something interesting. We got a lot of different people. We got people from 3 different leagues coming together in that one. That's going to be interesting. You got Gordo checking in, saying, "Look, you looking like sketch today,
dog." God, I fucking hate you, Gordo.
But
I preferred when everyone compared me to Tyler 1. If you know who Tyler 1 is.
Yeah, I do know Tyler 1.
I much preferred the Tyler 1.
That comparison than sketch 1?
Yeah. I didn't like that Tyler 1 comp when it happened like 4 years ago, but now
you're okay with it. Now you're okay with it.
Like, you know what? Maybe the little like muscle hamster that's also really good at chess wasn't the worst.
The worst thing. Yeah, what was the worst thing in the world?
Yeah.
You got a couple of
dude, I've got some admirers.
Yeah, you got some people coming in. We got some people checking in here. Uno's joining us. Uno, what's up, man? How you doing, sir?
How we doing, fellas? How we doing?
Good, man. I appreciate you hopping on. Welcome to the show. Appreciate
Appreciate it.
you being here. Once again, I'll remind you, fuck Georgia.
Yeah.
As we
I
have
agree.
an all SEC podcast group right here. If you don't know, for those checking in on the pod, Uno's as you see by the graphic, a diehard Georgia Bulldog fan. Randy is a diehard LSU. Goes to all the home games.
Yeah.
And then I'm a
the blowouts,
diehard,
even the boring ones.
even the bad ones, even the one they're blowing
Yeah.
out Troy State by 96 points. He's still there for those. And then I'm a diehard Gator fan, as a lot of you guys already know.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Chris. Appreciate you checking in. Fuck the Bulldogs soon. Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh
talking
hell
about.
no!
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. All right, Uno. So gameplay. Have you played a little bit? I'm guessing. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I've been grinding it.
What do you?
Georgia's
Oh,
not even gonna lie. Georgia is OP. Georgia's team is so good.
talk to me about the gameplay though. How does it feel in the sticks in comparison to Madden?
Oh, it's so much better. I don't know how to describe it besides like it feels like they nailed the physics that NCAA 14 nailed so well. And so the linebackers play is also perfect in my opinion. I think they nailed everything gameplay wise about the game.
And thank you, Randy. Welcome back.
Mm.
Hit the wrong button there, but I agree with you. I think the gameplay is nice. The mechanics of it does feel really good. Chris is chiming in again. Talking about it feel more fluid as far as movement. It feels more natural. It's not as robotic, right? Where it's a left hand turn, right hand turn, where it's very very line kind of driven. This feels very free form. I guess kind of to explain it. Anything crazy happen in your games so far, Randy? I'll start with you. Anything crazy, like just an absurd kind of play or animation or something just out of the norm?
I mean, besides like your ag catches that occasionally happen,
Mm-hmm.
I feel I don't know. Is it? Maybe I can get y'all's opinion on this, but I feel like even the ag catches feel more fluid.
Yeah, feel more natural, feel more realistic.
Yes. Like I feel like I'll throw it or the computer throws it, and like they're fighting for it, and he like jumps over the dude's back and catches it off of his back type stuff. Where it's like
you feel like that's an ESPN top 10 play nominee there.
And it's like, man, I feel way less hate over this than whenever the dude like all the hands are together and the one person catches it and falls on it. It's like,
I do agree with that. Uno, how about you? Any crazy plays?
As far as crazy plays go, I would say like kickoff. I don't know. Kickoff returns I found are just nasty this year. I don't know why they feel so much more dangerous every time I kick it. I feel like someone's going to return that more often than in Madden.
I have a little bit of a theory. So far, like not every, but like 75% of the teams I've played with, their kick returner has joystick, like the joystick thing.
Yes.
You'll see it fly, you'll see it light up, and it's like it's not hard to get the joystick. I guess it's human joystick, or I didn't look at the name of it, but like I feel like every kick returner has it.
Are we for sure doing abilities? Because I know they banned abilities in Madden.
Abilities are different in college.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. So it's not abilities. So first of all, you can't turn them off. I will preface by saying that because again, I am in a dynasty that I self-created, and I did go through some of the commission options to see what's available. You can't turn it off. But they're not abilities like they are in Madden. They don't light up and create that type of separation and difference.
Yeah.
Like it does in Madden. I would almost think of it more of as a attribute boost for that moment of time where if they have, that breakaway ability, their speed or their acceleration will get a small boost for that one individual moment.
Yeah.
Right. But not all the time.
It's RNG based. It's
there you go.
Break out. You have, out of 10 times you break a run, only, 3 of those are actually
will actually get activated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Chris also brings up a good point. You can't change them. Right. So you can't throw them out for anything. They are what they are. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. And nor do you have control over the ratings and ability. So you can't even edit
Yep.
a player at all, which I
And
think
one
was
thing,
pretty interesting. Is that you can't edit them at all. And again, I've done now, and Raina, I'm gonna come back to you on this.
yeah.
I just started my 7th season in Dynasty, so now I'm going through my 2nd recruiting class, like that's been with me the entire 4 seasons, right? Not abilities, overalls aren't OP. Well, like I was expecting, all right, once I get to like, year 5, year 6, like I'm gonna have a bunch of 90, 93, 95 guys on the roster. That's not the case. Like my team has kind of peaked at a 93, 94 overall, right? Because we have depth, but my highest overrated guy is still like a 95 overall. Like I don't have a ton of dudes that are 97, 98, 99. Randy, what have you seen?
So similar, but what I was gonna say is like the one good thing that you have about college is that if you get a player with an OP ability, your max time for getting him is 4 years.
That's it. Well, or three
Yeah,
if you're
3.
lucky. 3
Yeah,
because
3 if
he'll
you're
go to
good.
he'll go to the draft.
Yeah. So you're like,
You
yeah.
gotta persuade him. Yeah, have you had the situation yet pop up
Oh yeah.
in the league? We had
yeah.
to persuade a guy to stay.
Yes.
Did it work?
Yeah.
So I had 2 guys. I had a receiver and I had a corner. And we'll bring Declan on and talk a little bit about it also. What's up, dude? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show.
Doing good. Glad to be here.
There you go. Look at you. Did you change your voice? Did you grow hair? Did your nuts drop over the weekend? What the fuck did you do?
Guess so.
Damn. All right. So you got some pussy, didn't you?
Nice.
That's what you did. Congratulations. All right.
Appreciate it.
Declan immediately
anyhow.
came in and he was like, I'm the man in
Yeah.
the pod now.
Dude was like fucking 4 tones deeper than the fucking last time I talked to him. Like, holy shit, where the fuck did this guy come from? Fucking sounds like he's 30. Anyways, Declan, I know you've been playing Lord of Glory quite a bit, right? Don't touch
Yeah,
the
I have
camera.
been.
Like, I can't fucking see you this way.
Should I do this? Like this?
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, do this.
There you go. So, how's Lord of Glory? Do you like it? Love it? Hate it?
I like it.
What's your
It's
thoughts on it?
good because I picked the quarterback, so I get to use on like the new revamp passing.
Now, did you do
It's
that that cheat code to get to 99 overall pretty quick?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Good.
No, I like it because I get to practice the revamp passing, which is good.
How you like it? What's your thoughts on the repaint passing?
At moments, it's good. Like, throwing a little like touch post pass or like that back shoulder fade. But then there's times where I wish I used like the accuracy and placement, which is good though, because it means not everybody's doing the same thing. It's gonna be their like different ways.
Right, so there'll be a little bit variation.
Yeah, because there's times where like when I want to throw like a corner route and I want to hold that button down, well I can't now because of the red. So I want to use that.
And let me tell you, boy, you get in the red on a throw, that shit's ugly. That is ugly. Ain't gonna be a good throw.
But then if I go to the placement accuracy, I can't throw that little touch ball behind the linebacker or it's going straight to him and it's an interception. So there's ups and downs for both of them.
Yes, I feel about linebackers. I feel about the linebackers in the game.
I played one online game and I was Oklahoma State.
Oh, so you haven't. Okay.
So, but linebackers, they're not just like decoys. Like the CPU will actually like drop back and actually try to defend. So you're not just standing there with their like heads like looking around.
Well, so okay, and I hope hopefully if Moosey, if you're on, definitely comment about this. So Moosey and I played the other day, and I played a cover 3 match. Okay. So and again, you guys know what this is, but if for the listeners, a match coverage basically means that when a player on offense enters your zone, it becomes man, right? And you carry that man along the way, right? Now, in real life, the way that's supposed to work is as one player's crossing your zone and you match him up and he goes into another player's zone, you're supposed to pass him off where the other guy picks him up. And then your eyes immediately go look for, if someone disappears, the way you always teach players, if something disappears, something else is coming your way. Well, in our game, that's exactly what happened. Moosey ran 2 crossers, right? I picked up the first one. The CPU picked up the second one. As they crossed, the linebacker stopped and picked up the other crosser that I had originally. Picked him up, and I dropped to pick up the other crosser that the AI had. And it led to a pick because Moosey just thought that the backer was going to carry it. and he thought, oh, it's a natural pick. I'm gonna have it, and it ended up being a pick six. But it was interesting to see the AI do that because in Madden, that's the biggest frustration. Is you play match, but it's not a real match. It's not the way it's supposed to be, and it was interesting to see players actually pass off offensive players from one zone to another. Have you guys had that? You talk a little about that.
So I'll the one other thing that I thought was cool is that now whenever you hold R2 to see your play art, you actually like they have it all broken down like by name. So if you run, for example, cover six is a you have a cover four match on one side. On the other side, you have some version of man or cover two.
Usually cover two shell, right?
Yeah,
You got a guy sitting in the flats, and you got to stay to the top.
Yeah. And but then so the backside linebacker plays a hook curl,
right?
While the front side linebacker plays it's called like the third receiver. So if a third receiver comes out and runs, he follows that third receiver.
Correct.
If you hold R2 on a cover six, it actually breaks that down. So it's not just two hook curls; it's a hook curl and it's called a three receiver hook.
Right.
So it actually tells you like, hey, this is the guy that's going to run man. Don't click on him. Don't play this guy.
Don't use him. Use the other one. Right.
Yeah. So I thought that was like, it's those things where it's like that's football. Like that is actual.
No, go ahead. I want you to finish.
Okay, yeah, that's actual like pen to paper, playbook football where you're gonna follow like that is the rules.
That's how it's supposed to be played, right? That's how it is in real life.
Yes.
Here's the thing: have you guys messed around? And Uno, I'm gonna come to you on this first. Have you guys messed around with the O-line sliding protection, where you got the half slide or the full slide?
Not at all. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's a thing.
So, dude, listen to this shit. So, if you come out and based on certain defensive alignments, there's a fucking blitz coming. You know it, right? You have the ability to tell your O-line, hey, we're going to full slide to the left to pick up that corner that's hanging out there in the fucking slot that we know it's fucking coming, right? And everybody will actually double team and bump down, and the guard and tackle on that left side will double team that DN. But as soon as that corner gets close enough to the line of scrimmage, the tackle will actually disengage from his block and step out to go block that corner. So everybody will actually slide to their left. And if you use your back in protection, he will actually identify the weak side backer. And that's his read. Where if that backer comes, he steps in the block. If he doesn't, he actually runs a check down where he's actually reading the backer. So if the backer drops in coverage, he's like, oh, boom, I'm going to my route and I'm going to sit where it's a sit and replace kind of route. It's got what we call it, at least, when I coach the kids in high school. But that level, and they actually do it. Like they actually full slide and actually pick up the damn thing. Or you can do a half slide. Right. A half slide is more when you got a guy like in the gap on the line of scrimmage. Right. People run that mid blitz and you want to, just half slide to the left and let your DN pick up that DN on the weak side or the strong side, however you want to identify it. That stuff is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, in game, I think it's called a check and release. In game, they just do a little, and they go upfield, no matter what.
It's exactly the way it is in real life, though. It's exactly the way it is.
In Madden, they don't do anything.
No, they don't do shit in Madden.
In Madden, they just do this once, and then they just turn around and run the release. And this, they actually pick it up, and even if they pick up and miss, they'll go upfield. Like they'll go upfield good.
Immediately. It's those are the little things that get me excited.
Yeah.
Because that's so realistic to real football. Declan, what do you have?
Yeah. The rule is with the check and release is that let's say you put the running back on like a check and flat route. If no one's there, he goes immediately. But let's say let's say like
there's no threat.
Yeah,
there's no threat. He's gonna go right now because
but then if that linebacker comes, he will check him. But no, on that like back to like the full slide and like half slide, what I do a lot, like since I've been playing over the goalie and I'm the quarterback, I can do that. Let's say I'll like full slide to the right, and then put our running back on my left side. So the running back like chops that DN he's coming in untouched. And he kind of like roll out, and it's kind of like your own like bootleg basically because you got the whole slide going this way. You can roll out and you can throw a lot of things with that.
Yeah,
but I wonder how that worked with like
the O-line is awesome because again, you got dudes that glitch the O-line. That's
Mhm.
people run that cheesy fucking defense
Yeah.
where they'll stand over, they'll stack them behind a D tackle where the O line doesn't identify them, and then they back up on hike and the fucking D tackle just goes untouched. That I don't see that happening at all. And I've had
Right.
guys that have actually played where we're labbing, right? So they're not being cheese on purpose, but we're testing the game's intelligence out. And we'll have, I was on the phone, not on the phone, in a party with Moosey. I'm like, hey, stack them. Like, put them where they're right on top of each other. See what happens with the O line. O line still picked up both of them, which I thought was pretty cool. What you got,
But
Declan?
the bad thing is there's like one cheese in the game, but like at least a DC's gotta be skilled. So if you take your linebacker and you back him up 10 yards, he's now no longer considered a linebacker to the O line.
Right, he's no longer in the box.
Yes, he's not detected. So when they do is they guess the snap count and they fly down and they can still make a play. But that's still kind of risky though, because like I mean if you missed out the snap, then you're kind of fucked. You're in the box. But like that's the only like way around it is you can back up super far, blitz everybody, and then come last second, and it kind of works.
But again, you're coming from 10 yards. You're coming from 10 yards deep at that point. Right, someone's wide open. If you got a half a decent user that's going to identify who the wide open player is, and you're going to dump it and move on life and make that dude pay for it.
If they have half decent like stick work, that's the easy like juke, and that's an easy 5 yards.
Absolutely. What else have you guys seen so far? What's your favorite part so far, Declan? I know you're playing Road to Glory quite a bit.
I did.
How's your journey been? What school did you start with?
I've been doing a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of ones, just like test, like just having fun. My like real main one is I did 1 year at Northwestern, and they were just trash because I'm in the Big Ten, and it was just not fun to play against Ohio State and Michigan.
On top of the dryer.
Then I went to Georgia Southern for 2 years, and I'm having my senior year on that one, so that's kind of fun.
There you go, Randy. What's been your favorite part so far?
My favorite part gotta be just the overall line play being better in general. Run and pass. Pass still has a pass. I find is still a little finicky if you have like just a overall issue. Like if you're playing a 95 defensive end and you have like a 75 offensive tackle,
that dude's gonna get his ass whooped.
Yeah.
All day long.
He might. The offensive tackle might not even touch him. Like he'll just fucking run around so much faster.
Yeah, you absolutely.
So that's. But I do enjoy the overall line play a lot more, and then just linebackers. I was born in the.
So fun fact, you know what I've done with that?
What's that?
So I played with Florida a ton, and early on in the first year of Dynasty, when I played teams like LSU, Bama, Georgia, they always got a fucking D end that I don't stand a chance.
Yeah,
I just don't stand a chance. Like insta shed, dudes in the backfield before I even get done with my 3-step drop. However, if I go to a tight end formation, keep the tight end in on that side and tell him to block, we're double teaming that D end.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm taking a receiver out of the equation. And I get that, right? But I'm adding the running back into the equation. Because a lot of times when I put the running back to block with that big ass fucking D end, it almost is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because that D end will run through the fucking running back also. But when I added tight end to it, I find myself that it's actually pretty decent protection. Like I'm okay. I wonder how many other people think, because that's an outside the box kind of thinking when you're trying to match them. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go 3 receivers, 1 tight end, and just leave that tight end in and let them block.
One thing I gotta say is, we haven't started talking about playbooks yet, but in the Oregon playbook, they have a couple of bunch style formations.
You love it?
They'll have bunch, like a bunch formation where you'll have, you have your tight end, your slot, and then your outside receiver in the bunch.
Yep.
The inside slot and the outside X or whatever, or whatever you want to call them, Z, they'll run a route and the middle guy will block.
Yep.
And it's just a different version of a blocking scheme, and it's like, wow, that's like totally different. Like that's not something.
But it's very college-ish though. It's how it is in college, which is realistic.
Like, oh, it's so refreshing. But yeah,
what's been your favorite playbook so far?
Offense, I've been really enjoying the Oregon offense.
Okay.
Just because it's a lot of spread and a lot of motion, but you don't lose some of the run game. The run game's still pretty fun in my opinion. I played with the LSU playbook a lot to start, and it's just like if you have a running quarterback, it would be fun. But if you're just a pocket passer, like I'm a pocket passer, I enjoy sitting in the pocket and throwing dots. If you're a regular pocket passer, that LSU playbook is
It doesn't
not
work. It
not that
doesn't
good.
fit.
I also
Now here's a
played with
question
Texas.
for you.
What's up?
Okay, how'd you like Texas?
The problem with Texas, too much play action. Everything's play action.
Okay. So
Legitimately,
the
like
question I have for you is, did you feel, because it's one of the rules we had in leagues before, kind of across all leagues, was the motion snapping, right? Because it glitched out the defense when you motion. Do you feel that the motion in this game is reacted by the defense correctly, where it's actually not a glitch like it used to be in Madden, or have you not played enough games to kind of against
Yeah.
users to kind of test that out?
I haven't tried enough of like a manual motion.
Okay, like it's all been set up in the play.
I prefer that type of setup. Typically, it's just a little bit more smooth. Like, yeah, you have your slant motion, which is pretty broken in Madden, but besides that, like no one's really using it for anything. Whereas for this one, you actually get a better route. Like it's always some unique route. Like
Right.
one of the ones that I like, it's like a double post, but then the halfback motions out, and like whenever he's
Yeah, he does a little
right,
shuffle, like a shuffle
Yeah.
motion. I know the
and
play you're
right when
talking
they,
about.
right at the hike, they run post, and he runs the wheel route behind them
Right.
to get
Right.
behind that. If it's a cover three, the cover three will pull with that
Carry
second
the
post.
post, and then you got it
and then
open. If
you
it's
just throw it.
man, it's instead of picking that linebacker
Yeah.
that's trying to get out there to cover that. No, absolutely. That's a nice little play for sure.
Yeah.
Declan, what play was you using?
I use Tennessee, not because I'm just like a Tennessee like user, but I
Oh,
did one
you're a
year.
Tennessee fan though, also.
I use Tennessee. It's pretty cool though, because obviously Tennessee is like it's very spread, very pass heavy, but they also have this like heavy pistol formation where they can still like pound the rock. And
Mhm.
I found this play where it's your typical college spread. You got four receivers bar out to the hashes, wide hashes, and it's a 9-8 combo. So you got the outside guy running a post, and the guy running a streak like wheel behind him, and that's pretty money against man coverage.
That makes sense. Uno, how about you?
You know what playbook I've been using? Go Dogs, baby. They got the best run formations in the game. I swear.
So are you just okay? So here's another question, Uno. And I'm gonna start with you on this. How has running the ball been?
I
Because when
love
we
it.
saw Donovan Edwards and the gameplay a couple of days ago, right? I mean, Michigan was just tearing that ass in the running game. What's been your experience?
Dude, I absolutely love it. I'll be Trevor Etienne will get a healthy amount of carries in his first season in Athens. I promise you that. I just love the run. I feel like it's rewarding. I feel like it's very skill based. I feel like it's really good stick skills, and you'll be rewarded.
So here's the thing that I've noticed is the R2 guys that press that shit a little too soon aren't going to get any yards.
Yeah. I'm down bad.
Insta shed. Oh, dude, that insta shed. The minute you press R2, it's like, oh, we're not blocking no more.
Yeah,
you're fucking done. Immediately done. And when you hold it, when you can take the finger off and not touch it, then to Uno's point, I do think it is user based. If you can read the front and read the defense, I think you'll be all right. Randy, what's been your experience with it?
So my biggest problem is like even in the past.
Problem, huh?
Yeah, so even in the past, like I was pretty good at not holding it right off the bat, but as soon as I see that hole, I can see that right guard is about to fucking murder.
You get excited.
It's like, okay, let's go. R2. Instant shed.
1 yard.
Like,
1 yard loss.
Instantly, man. I see it, and it's like, oh, this is it. This is time to go. Now, one thing I have to say that like the coolest thing that I've seen in the entire game. The coolest thing I've seen in the entire game is there was a play where I pulled a guard. Like it was a buck sweep,
a power play. Oh, a buck sweep. Okay.
Yeah, a buck sweep, and the linebacker blitzed the play side linebacker blitzed.
Yep.
And that left guard absolutely fucking earholed him.
Destroyed him. Put him on his ass.
I mean, took him off his feet, like murdered him. I was like, that's That's something
That's what you
we've never
want.
seen. Like we've never
That's
seen
what,
that
now
before.
here's one thing too, and I'm gonna get 2 quick head nods on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Spin move is back.
Oh yeah.
Spin move
Oh,
is
yeah.
fucking back. I love it. I love it more than juke.
Oh yeah.
Because if
It's
you have a
so
player
nice.
that doesn't have, the juke ability or so, per se, it's okay. It's mid. It's nothing exciting, which again I'm okay with. I'm okay with it being mid. But now the spin move, whew,
Yeah.
it's nice and tight. It's not crazy. Have you guys done a little bit of spin move? What y'all guys think? Declan?
Personally, my favorite move is not the spin or the juke. It's finally, you can actually like real life dead leg, which has been like
Yeah.
the back juke has
Yeah, the
been
dead leg.
irrelevant.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can dead leg and you can do a sick combo where you can do a little dead leg, he slows up, you can do a spin or a juke, and it's actually pure money. Like
Yeah.
dead legs in person, like you take Madden's dead leg, and you see like
It's
like an
trash.
athlete do dead leg, it's night and day. They actually have
Yeah.
a real life dead leg in the game, and it's absolutely money.
Yeah.
It feels so smooth, and then you combo that with like a juke or like an L2 cut.
Yeah.
That feels nice to do that.
Randy?
So the one thing that I've noticed is like it's very realistic in the way that like my little guys I spin with because their spin is like freaking that just quick. The big 6'6" wide receivers I try to juke with because their spins are goofy looking. It's
Yeah,
bad.
because the spin move is gonna take fucking forever to get
Yeah,
around.
they're fucking big long
So
asses. Can't do
fun fact
nothing.
actually. So I was playing another user. So I was playing another user, and again, I want to see how the game punishes people for dumb shit
Mhm.
as much as it rewards people for good stuff. So to your point, this guy took a tight end. He was like 6'6", ran him down the seam, caught a pass. Safety was coming, and he decided to spin move. As he was spinning the safety, I had the safety, I used him, and I came down and fucking applied a massive hit stick. That dude got destroyed, and he fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
His
Right,
sticks are
and the guy I was playing
It's
against got all
just bad.
pissy. But I go, no, your dumb ass decided to do a fucking spin move with the 6'5" fucking tight end, who,
Yeah.
as he spun, literally as he was spinning, caught him in the fucking spin, dropped him, and he fumbled. I go, dude, you would have seen that in fucking ESPN top 10 play as a top play nominee on that shit. Like you were like, ooh, like that's one of those ooh hits, right?
Yeah, they
But
would
it
have taken
happened.
that.
It punished him for doing the spin with the 6'5" guy.
Yeah,
But
they
with your
would've,
5'8", your 5'7", your 5'10",
yeah,
elusive kind of guys, that makes
yeah,
it a nice
shifty.
tight spin move. That's how it should be. Right. They're
Yep.
shifty guys. That it makes sense.
Yeah.
How would you grade
uh,
the game so far? Out of 10. Out of 10, how would you grade it so far?
Okay, so gameplay
Has it
wise,
met your expectations? Because again,
Yeah.
it's been 10 years.
so the only thing that kind of sucks is that there is no like force the second team in like you could in NCAA 14. So like if you were blowing a team out in NCAA 14, you can go into the options and there was a button and the button just said put in second team and you can just put in the entire second team. You didn't have to go in your depth chart and change it all on your own. They don't have that, which kind of sucks. But if the nuance is, if my only problem is that I have to go in,
If that's what your complaint,
that's my complaint. Then we're pretty good.
and manually change everybody, you'll be okay.
I'll
Yeah,
give it
you'll be
like
okay.
a
Declan,
9.5
what do you think?
out of 10.
What's your rating?
I'm gonna give this.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna give it like an 8 or a 9,
Yeah.
which is a very good rating. And a very underrated thing about NCAA that I don't think nobody talks about, and not like all the new like wear and tear systems, all the like revamp pantsing, all of that stuff, is this is the first football game that's only next gen like consoles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no more split between it.
Yeah.
Because like, last Madden, like you can still get it on a current gen, so there's still a current gen team. This year is all hands on deck. So that also gives me hope that Madden's gonna be good because you got also now all hands on deck.
Boo! You brought up Madden. Boo.
The only thing that I will have a complaint about is that the wear and tear seems more like RNG. Because like there's sometimes where like I get hit and I'm perfectly fine, and then sometimes my center takes 2 snaps and his hands already messed up. Besides that, I think it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
It feels great.
Yeah, so I mean, I played 14. I played every year that college football was out back in my youth.
Yeah.
I was at home with the PlayStation on, ready to go at 4 o'clock, and I played. I've gone through 7 years of Dynasty. I played a ton of games. I probably played at this point. I probably played like close to 30 games in the week. Actually, played full games. Gameplay wise, I think it's second to none.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot cleaner than Madden. I think it's a lot more fluid than Madden. I think it's more realistic. And again, and I'm a football junkie.
Yeah.
It's very, very realistic. Like I like being able to change in while I'm picking a play on defense, the shell that I want to come out at. I want to come out cover 0. I want to come out cover 6. I want to come out at cover 4. And I love it. I love it because I can do that before we even break the huddle. I love that kind of stuff. I love the turbo factor because it allows you to play like the team play. So I play with UCF, and UCF is known for being an up-tempo, no huddle type of team. Bro, I ran the first half and never huddled once because I wanted to test it to see how realistic was it. And it was realistic. Defense was jumping off sides. Defense wasn't getting set properly. Like it was creating problems. Like it was legit. And that and you mentioned earlier, Randy, the linebacker play. It's nice. It's nice. I love the linebacker play. For me, playbook wise, I play with Tennessee a little bit, and I like it. Defensively though, I love the 3-5. Love the 3-2-5. Sorry, the 3-2-5. Sorry,
3-2-6.
3-2-6. It's a Florida 3-3. No, sorry, it's a 3-3-5. It's the Gators play. The Gators play.
3-5.
Sorry, I meant to say 3-3-5.
Yeah.
That the Gators play. It's phenomenal. I love it against a run. I love it against pass coverage. It seemed to fit at least my play style.
Yeah. Do you know which 3-3-5, tight or normal?
Tight.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that one as well.
Yeah, it's been useful for me because I can bump it down and roll almost into a 4-2 type of situation at times. Or I can stay again a ton of flexibility with it, and I haven't really been gashed in the run game like I thought I would. That was my fear with it originally. But I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10, man. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I think the rosters are on point. I like how the players don't accelerate in their overalls as quickly. That was a fear of mine. They would just jump up in overalls, and like DJ Lagway from his freshman year to his when he graduated, he came in as an 80 overall. He left as a 93 overall player. I thought, and he won the Heisman in one of those years also. So I thought that was good. I thought it was fair. I don't want to see him like 99 overall. Like that's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see, 2/3 of the league, especially the Power 5 conferences with a bunch of 99 overall teams.
Yeah, you should definitely only see like 1 to 2 in the whole year, like whole literal year until NCAA 26 comes out.
Now, the one thing that is OP that I'm a little worried about is fucking 99 speed, 99 acceleration receivers.
Yeah.
Just blowing the top off of defenses.
Dude.
And you can just lob that bitch and say, go get it. And that dude's going to go get it. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Here's my question, right? So position changes is part of the game.
Yes, which I did. I recruited a 5-star quarterback and changed that motherfucker to running back.
Yeah.
Because he had 97 speed.
Yeah.
I said, I need a running back. You go play running back.
Yep. My thing that I'm curious about is like so we're seeing, wide receivers burn out the top. Can I just change my 99 speed cornerback to free safety and just tell him, hey son, go play a deep half? And
well, you're gonna have to.
I know I can.
But so here's
is that gonna be the strat?
That has to be the strategy.
Yeah.
There has to be, because otherwise, guys that play with South Carolina or Oregon or Florida has 2 of them.
I mean, I got
97 speed and 99 speed overall.
I got I think a 95 speed and 97 speed freshman. I mean, the powerhouses with the big speed. It just.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you guys seen at least in Legacy chat, which I hope it gets patched. There's been a couple of 102 speed receivers. Yeah. Like, how the fuck does a 102 speed receiver exist?
I mean, that's kind of funny.
Like, it makes no sense to me.
That's terrifying.
That is scary as shit.
Yeah.
And then he posted another one of the quarterback that I recruited was a 5-star quarterback in Florida. The dude had 97 speed, 91 throw power. Like, what? I had Lagway, which I wasn't going to replace.
Yeah.
So when he came in, I looked at what other position. It shows you when you go to change positions, it shows you the overalls of the other positions as well. And he was a 93 rated running back. So I'm like, oh, okay, you're going to go play running back. You want to play as a freshman? Here you go, buddy. That's how you see the field. Change your position. But yeah, dude, and you got receivers that can play corner. So it gave me the option to start one of my receivers at corner without changing the position. So I had a receiver that's, he was like 84 overall as a receiver, but he was like 75 overall as a corner.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to your point, Randy, as a strategy in those certain games, do I take a receiver and put that dude at fucking free safety for the game and let him play over the top and say, listen, hey, you're just going to man up on that dude all game, all day. That's all you do.
Yeah. Do you remember when they put Gronk at
yes.
Yeah.
Against Miami, and he fucking whipped on the damn tackle. Miami still scored and won the game. Yes.
That was my first thought when you said put a receiver
out there.
Yeah. So we talked about our favorite playbooks. Do we have any playbooks we hate so far?
I hate Florida's playbook.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it. Now, it's a great option playbook for spread.
Yeah.
It's not an under center option playbook, which was what I would want to see with a guy like Lagway coming in. And the passing concepts weren't as sophisticated as some of the Oregon plays that I ran with.
Yeah. LSU's playbook was very basic, which makes sense because it was. I'm not sure how many people watched LSU get.
It was an RPO. I mean, RPO offense.
It was RPO offense, and then the passing game was I'm going to throw a slot fade, and you're going to get bullied.
We got the receivers fucking LSU had. That's all you need to do. You don't need a whole lot to diversify the playbook. A whole lot.
Yeah.
Slot fades, go routes, post, corner, come back. That's all you need.
Yeah. They were like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Mason Taylor. He's going to block. We're going to put Malik Neighbors in the slot.
Brian Thomas
on the other side. Brian Thomas by himself.
And good luck.
Brian Thomas is going to run a go. Malik Neighbors is going to run a slot. Fuck you. That was it.
It doesn't matter.
Good
luck.
Was it.
And then have your Heisman running quarterback throw it up.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you get to cover 4, he's just going to run the ball. Like fuck.
Right. If it all fails, that means quarterback's wide open. Just take off and run. That's all you got to do.
Have you tried just bootlegging out and running?
Yeah. So, how'd you guys feel about quarterback keepers? Or not quarterback keepers, just running from the pocket when shit breaks down? Easy,
money.
Hard. What were your thoughts on it? Declan, you said money, too easy.
Yeah.
Pocket presence. If you have good pocket presence, oh my God, mobile quarterbacks are the most dangerous thing you can use. There's a lot of fast ones in the game, but if you're an idiot and you run into contain, always is gonna feel bad. I mean, that's the point of contain. But if you step up and you find a hole, that is it's money. They take off so clean.
Yeah, I also agree, but I'm gonna be curious to see like people that played Madden back in 2021, where mobile quarterbacks were just everything. Like we're probably gonna have defense that's just gonna ice it. Hopefully, I prefer it when defense can ice any offense. Like that's what happens in real life, and then the offense adjusts, does really good, and then the defense readjusts. Like that's the cat and mouse game. But hopefully, like our knowledge from Madden 2021 will be good enough that like, okay, I'm just gonna spy, or I'm gonna spy blank, or I'm gonna send blank on a corner blank blitz, and that'll stop those bootlegs.
I mean, especially in college, my fault. You can recruit like a freak linebacker who's just fast and fuck it. Your job is to spy this man all game.
All game every day.
You got 92 speed, spy him.
Yeah, fuck you. Good luck, buddy. So my next question: have y'all been playing on All American or Heisman? I assume Heisman.
Heisman. It's the only level you play on.
Yeah.
Only level you play on. Fuck All American.
Yeah. So I didn't realize my first season I played on All American.
By default, it's on All American. Yeah.
I didn't realize it. So I reset and played Heisman. We definitely need to play Heisman.
Yeah.
All American as I think who was I? I was some Eastern team, fucking East Coast team, shitty East Coast team, and I beat Ole Miss, and like I was running the ball, gashing them, and I was like, this just doesn't seem
It's too
right.
easy. It's too
Yeah.
easy.
And then I saw, I was like, oh, I'm an All American. Switched to Heisman, I was getting dogged.
That's how it should be. No,
Yeah.
I mean, again, and I think you made this comment on one of the podcasts we had. When you play a Ohio State as a lower level team, it should feel that way.
Yeah.
Right? You should struggle to fucking win that game or come close to win that game.
Mhm.
Because again, that's how it is in real life.
Yeah.
So again, to your point, that's good. That's good. Sorry you felt it, but
Yeah.
I think it's what are you playing on, Declan?
Heisman.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the only way to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really happy they took out arcade comp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I feel like that also has done a lot that you don't have to try to balance
Finagle and
animations.
figure it out.
Yeah. And then the
Talking about animation shit. Have you guys seen or felt a PI on defense yet?
dude. Yeah.
Have you? So
Yeah.
with my linebacker, I actually don't ever. So okay, not PI, maybe more illegal contact.
Yeah.
where
Okay.
Madden, if I fucking brushed Declan's hair as he was fucking running by me, there's a fucking
Dude, Declan has
yard.
nice hair. Don't touch his
which he
hair.
does. He does. He does.
Thank
I'll
you,
comment
thank
the
you.
hair there. But if I even brushed it on accident, there was,
15 yards.
there was a flag being
Touchdown.
thrown in Madden immediately. Here, I feel like there's no illegal contact.
Yeah.
Unless it's
So-
like crazy outrageous.
Yeah. Okay, whenever you say it like that, no. But like what I have seen is like the CPU will do shit like that you would see normally and it wouldn't get flagged, and they actually get flagged now.
Mhm.
So like a couple of times, the CPU hits my receiver before the ball's there, flag.
Yeah.
The C-
Or
my
you get the
receiver-
user that tries to slow down playing corner so you don't
Yeah.
run by him on a go route.
Yeah.
You'll see a flag being thrown for that shit too.
And then the other one that I saw that I was like, no fucking way they did this. I had overthrown a wide receiver by like
Mhm.
2 yards, and he ran out of bounds to catch it, and the fucking
Oh!
safety smashed him.
Did he? They
Flat.
called the roughing the passer. Roughing the illegal.
unnecessary
Yeah,
roughness.
unnecessary
They called it
roughing.
unnecessary roughness on him. I was like, what the fuck? That's in the
How
game.
about
now.
how about the effort on the players when you dive with them? Have you?
Oh my
when you
God.
dive with the player, and that dude is like full so. Back to your corner route, right?
Yeah.
I was playing against a user, and he ran a corner route, and he had me beat, right?
Yeah.
And it was going out of bounds, but I still dove. That
Yeah.
motherfucker dove like 3
He
yards out
died.
of bounds, like full-fledged effort. I'm like, dude, I think you do all that, but
Yeah.
Receiver
shit,
Superman
I'm gonna tip my
jump for
hat off to you.
everything.
Yeah.
That was nice. I
Dude,
appreciate the effort.
They be playing like coaches in the back.
Yes!
Like, I killed the fucking dog.
Well, and how about screens? Like they go out all out and dive on screenplays
They
to
got,
break
like,
it.
They got some true
I
screen
was nice
busters.
also.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the player that you call your screen buster.
Yeah,
The
you got
psycho
one
that-
job, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, you're gonna get you're
You're
going
gonna
to get a
get
concussion. You're going to get a concussion. But your job is to make sure those motherfuckers don't catch the ball.
Dive at their
You
fucking
do
knee.
whatever you got to do. That dude does not catch you. You won't know if they caught it or not because you're gonna be in the hospital. But they're not gonna catch the ball. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah,
It reminds me of that All American
Yeah.
show where the guy was taking out the DN's knees. Every time there was this one job, freshman
Yeah.
receiver comes out, he lines up. He just comes in on crackback plays, and he was just taking out fucking knees.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's good.
But
That's
I
funny.
like how they play the bubbles. I like how they play the screen passes. I feel like the defense and the AI reacts much cleaner, and they actually try to avoid blocks. Like you see corners like dip their hips and they dip their shoulders to avoid getting blocked on a screenplay. The diving to try to break up a pass and get a hand on it. The swats over
Dude,
the
that's
middle of the field, I think, are insane
Yeah.
as well.
The one thing I am concerned about is still a little bit of the overall gaps. I don't think I don't think the gaps are high enough yet. I think that's something that's got to be tweaked a little bit. I don't know. Like I feel like and also the simming. Like whenever you sim, you see a lot of weird outcomes.
Oh yeah, listen. So in my third year dynasty, I played Bama, and when I played them, I didn't play the game, but when it showed up on my schedule, they were like 1-5. I was like,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
So I don't know that I've ever seen Bama go 1-5
You
in
haven't.
any season in my life.
You
So I
you
think
might
that to
have.
that point, I mean, back in the day, back in the
Yeah,
pre
I
pre Nick
haven't.
Saban
I
days.
definitely haven't.
Yeah, no, you have not. But in recent memory, but I was like, what? 1-5? Like,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
I'm doing my first year at Tennessee because I'm trying to get like yes, like I think they had Andrew recruiting hours, so I'm trying to get used to that. All my all time like big like 5-star, 4 stars schedule game going to Bama. I get to that week. It's week 8. They were 3-5. I
Yeah.
mean, like it's crazy. I mean, like, and then teams that aren't supposed to be good are like 12-0. I saw someone in chat said that the Buffalo
Oh,
team
I
was
saw
twelve and
that. I
zero.
saw that.
Yeah,
I
like
saw that. In another league I'm in, FIU is like 12-0 and made the college football playoffs as a 13 seed. Or no, the 11 seed, sorry.
Yeah.
Sneaked in as the 11 seed. They were the second to last seed that they got in. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's never gonna happen.
Sure, buddy. I
There you go. Another
so
comment coming in. His first season as Oklahoma, he saw Bama as he was 5-3.
5-3.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yep. So the one thing to also remember though is that Bama's schedule this year is kind of
Oh, it's tough. It is tough.
like let's see. They play in the first. I'm going to use the first 8 games because he talked about it, right? They play Western Kentucky, South Florida, so that's 2-0. Alabama, Wisconsin, they'll probably win. Georgia, Alabama, like that's
Yeah.
fuck it. That's almost one of mark an L. Vanderbilt, South Carolina, that's 6, and then they play Tennessee and Missouri. So like 2 games they could probably lose, right? Tennessee and Georgia. So then it would just take a Missouri, which is 89 overalls.
yeah,
Yep.
and they're not even that bad. They got
Yeah.
Luther Burton. They got that quarterback. Like not even a bad school.
Yeah.
So to your point, Randy, I think there's a lot of parity in the overalls right now.
Mhm.
There's not that big of a gap as I think you and I are on the same page with that as
Yeah.
we were kind of originally anticipating there being with that. But where I think it does show up is in the recruiting, which is what I kind of want to go to next. How has the recruiting been in Dynasty for you guys that have done the Dynasty track along the
Yeah.
way? Declan, have you done Dynasty yet?
I can load up my. I did only 1 year so far because I had like the mindset like go like a full season. I was Tennessee and I was doing pretty good. The most surprising thing I saw the first year was that I had a 5-star DN. Wasn't a bust, wasn't nothing, just like plain old 5-star.
So he's a true 5-star.
We went to NC State.
Hmm.
And I'm like, and it's crazy because his top 5 was NC State, Tennessee, and it was Georgia.
Yeah,
I
he's
finished
probably, it's
second.
probably one of those closer to home, proximity to home.
Yeah, that was cool. Like that's cool.
Sort.
Like that was good because like not every single 5-star is going to like every power, like every like top school. You went to like, and then after that, I had a pretty good job, a pretty good recruiting class. I think 3 5-stars, 8 4-stars, like 11 and like 11 3-stars. Like that's like you're an average. Like you're normal Tennessee. Like you're not going to get the top of the class, but you're not going to be like below 25. So that felt pretty good.
What I'm interested in, number one though, before we go further, that can you put that comment back up? The last one you put.
Yep.
That's just accurate. Oklahoma sucks. Okay, so no, but I'm curious to see so like obviously recruiting against the computer is always gonna be easy. Like we're humans. They don't have they don't have the chess robots in recruiting against us yet. I'm sure once they figure that out, we'll all fucking suck. But right now we're playing against the computer, so like we can probably figure out how to cheese certain things. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen when we all
Or after the same fucking 4 players.
right.
I have a pretty good feeling how that's going to work.
Yeah.
All right, Declan,
And
give us the crystal ball here.
okay,
Yeah.
so I think his is more ready. the person. This sounds like it sounds dumb, but it's gonna be right. Obviously, whoever can get their level 1 coach up the fastest,
Yeah.
and they unlock. Wait, let me check. So I'm on the game
The
right now.
elite recruiter.
No, it's not even that. It's something where you can unlock more hours for the player. Because it's locked at 50,
Yeah.
you can go up to 75. Whoever gets that first iron player, and they're gonna
Yeah.
have the full sway. So that's 40 right
Yeah.
there, and then paired with the friends and family. That's gonna be like the main, like not even cheat. That's just gonna be the strategy. Whoever can get that first is gonna get that player.
Well, but the thing is, you have to remember, like Tennessee, Georgia, or Florida, LSU. Sorry, Jorge, I would never insult you like that.
Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't do that ever again.
We're gonna have the advantage of the pipelines, right? Like no one's gonna have a better pipeline to Louisiana than LSU. Plus, we have the extra hours. So obviously, yeah, I'm going recruiter. Like, why would I not? I'm fucking.
hmm
What? But Montas, Eminem in as UCF, no matter how well he recruits, he will never have as much points as Florida,
No.
right?
Or Florida State
So
or
yeah,
Miami.
yes. So that's where you're gonna need like maybe it's not even worth your time to go recruiter first. Maybe you just need to go motivator so that you can boost up all their overall 4 points out of the teams that whenever all your guys have the same scheme, you have more points, right? So it's going to be interesting how you balance that. Where yeah, it's for the big schools, it's obvious. We're gonna bum rush recruiting, and then once we max out recruiting to whatever that is at the time, then we'll throw extra points into motivator or tactician, or one of the hybrids.
And back
That's
to you said about my fault. You can finish.
no, you're good, man. I
Uh,
was
Back what you said about pipeline. The bigger schools, obviously, like I'm on mine right now. I have a pipeline at Tennessee, and there's one, two, like six, like 8 4 stars that are number 1 on my board, right?
yeah,
So obviously, like your Colorado States and all that are not going to compare.
yeah,
But the big schools, we're not looking out at Colorado to find big recruits. So
yeah,
even if the little recruits may struggle, they're gonna find their own pipelines and get their
yeah,
like small 3-star gems and little 2-star gems. And so like the small schools are still gonna have a chance to get good players because like I mean LSU, Tennessee, Florida. I think I have a two pipeline out in California. So Roy, Lamp, and Chase, they're going to steal all the California people most likely. So this pipeline is going to be like is good. So like, this gives also a chance for the small schools to get in place.
yeah.
So Man Six, which he's from a different league that I'm in, a complete separate league, agrees with you, Randy, and stress the fact that Rebo guys should go motivator
Yeah.
or technician kind of early on because of
Yeah.
that recruiting shortfall they're going to have by default. And it's better to get a boost on the overall than it is trying to compete with the big boys because it's a lost cause.
Randy said this like Randy said like first stream that he told who was it? He told Toddy to go motivator, and all those 2 and 3, all those 2 and 3 stars he gets would end up being 5-star overall. Like overall is about the 3rd year because he went motivator, so he's getting youth out of those 3 stars instead of going Jimmy and Joe's and missing all 4 stars. It ends up with jack shit and his recruiting board, and he's stuck in
And then he's stuck with the 66 overall that's never going to get any better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where at least now he's bringing in that 66 overall, and by the 3rd year, they're 78, 79, 80, 85 overall guys because of that motivator ability skill, which is boosting up that overall to your point, Declan. So, no, Randy, I mean, I told you this before we got on the pod that I think you've been spot on a lot of the stuff that we discussed pre-launch, and now that we're post-launch with it, I will tell you, so, man, I figured out a way to get 7, 8, 9 5-star recruits
I guess
on a yearly. No, it is. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But the strategy behind it is what I think a lot of people will do. And you mentioned to it earlier was that blitz. That blitz of, hey, all the top tier programs are going to target all the 5-star guys early on and try to max that out and try to get them to the visit. And you and I were talking about this earlier. if you schedule a week 10 visit,
You're not gonna
good
fucking
luck.
make it.
Good luck, bro. Like, he ain't
You're
gonna
not
make it a
make
week 10. So the earliest you can have a guy visit the school, the better you're off at trying to get that commitment early. Now, have you seen a player flip? I have
I
not. In the
I
7
have seen.
seasons that I've been doing this, when a player locks me out, now maybe it's my own wrongdoing. When a player locks me out, I immediately take him off the board so I can add somebody else so I can recruit that player. Because again,
I've
it
seen.
takes a space on
Yeah.
my recruiting board. So
Mhm.
I've never been able to flip a guy because once it locks me out, I'm like, oh fuck it. And I cross him off and I go to the next one. Declan, you're saying you've been able to flip a guy.
I did it once. So what I do is if it's just a straight up commit, then you're straight out of luck. But if it says verbally committed under, I keep this guy on my board. I had this five star I think DN outside linebacker edge. He was verbally committed, I think to Pitt. But I was doing his top 3 at number 2. I check is the last week, so it's after the last week of recruiting before the transfer portal opens. He decommitted from Pitt. So that means my guess, he probably locked him out via a deal breaker. Well, that's gonna be big with online people. Because let's say like a sneaky three star team gets this super 5-star guy because he was like pro potential met their thing, and they go 4-8, and that pro potential goes to C-. He's gonna knock them out, and now he's open up to the board again. So online play, you're gonna see a lot of flips because that's probably what happened. He probably had his top thing was starting time or pro potential, and I probably went down because it's Pittsburgh. They
Sign
suck. They
someone
kind of went
else.
down.
Or other guys got recruited in his position.
Yeah.
Well,
And
back
so
to your
that,
point, if you said playing time was his deal breaker, and now you
Mhm.
bring other 4 or 5-star receivers in, and he's a 4-star receiver, it's like, well, shit, dude, you told me I'm going to play. You just brought in 3 other receivers. I ain't going to play now.
yeah.
Or now it's not guaranteed he'll decommit. I haven't seen that experience because again, to me, I run through it so fast.
Yeah.
Trying to get to that 35 scholarships that are being guaranteed, send out and committed to, that once a dude commits somewhere else, I take him off my board. I don't ever revisit that. So that's a good point you brought up, Declan. Randy, what have you seen?
I'm with you, man. I haven't seen any flip, but I'm a heartless bastard. You choose someone else before me. I
Fuck
spare
him.
you.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. You're on the
There's no
board.
second chance.
When we see you next week, buddy, when we
Yeah.
see you in the trenches next season, you bet your ass we got to now transfer portal. I do want to touch on that a little bit there because again, Randy, you and I were talking about this offline before we jump on the pod. Transfer portal is going to be hard for those lower level kind of schools because transfer portal is lower level school players that realize, hey, I'm a big dog. I belong in a Power 5 kind of school. I'm leaving. They're not going to go to another mid tier UCF, type of. And I keep using UCF just because that's a common. We all know that team, at least in our league that we're talking about right now. They're not going to leave to go back to fucking UCF. They want to go to Bama. They want to go to LSU. They want to go to Tennessee. They want to go to Florida. It's the pickings. I'm like the powerhouse schools are going to have their cherry pick of top tier guys to fill in where maybe you didn't recruit, the old lineman you wanted and you lost out. Well, now you can go get them. Or the skill guy, that running back you didn't get. Now you can go get him. Or that quarterback that's going to be a senior. Hey, it's a 1-year rental, but he's still a 5-star quarterback.
Look, LSU's last 2 Heisman's were 1-year rentals.
There you go. So I'm telling you, and I said that intentionally because I know LSU's been, back to, they've done it twice.
2 and 5 years they had. Technically, it was 2-year rentals, but that's still besides the point.
How do you feel about transport? Have you had good luck with it? Have you got the players you wanted with it?
I'm playing.
Who do you target?
I try to target the smaller guys, right? Typically, but even then, like you're trying to bum rush, right? And what I have to say about that is that it's true to what you see in real life, right? It's just chaos. Like you have
It's
no idea
chaos.
who's going where.
And it's a quick process. It's only 4 advances.
It's
That's
so
it.
advanced. And the other thing is that this is coming at a time where you have all like by this time you should have most of your recruits signed, so you have unlimited time.
Oh, your hours are unlocked. It's free.
Yeah.
So like
So
for schools like you and I, we have 1350, baby.
Yeah.
It's 1300 hours.
Remember, it's slotted to only go to like you might only have 50 points to spend on one person.
Mhm.
So like you're throwing 50 points in that one person.
Everybody get 50
Everybody's
points.
throwing 50 points in that
Everybody.
one person.
So my strategy with that actually is I clear off all the players that signed somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then so that leaves me usually on average, it's about 7 spots open.
Yeah.
Okay. I go through the transfer portal, and whoever has me as in their top 3, whoever has in this situation, Florida, in their top 3 with the highest amount of stars
Mm-hmm.
are the first 7, because I have 7 spots open, are the first 7 I'm blitzing. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scout them right away
Mm-hmm.
to make sure it's a legit star, and then offering scholarships because I'm in their top 3. I immediately unlock the school visit
Mm-hmm.
immediately because I'm in the top
Yeah.
3. So already week 1, you're coming to fucking Florida. Week 1, you're coming to Florida. I ain't wasting no time to week 3. No.
No.
Week 1, you're coming to Florida. I'm sending the house. You're done.
Yep.
Usually right after that, it's
Yeah.
a done deal. It's a done deal.
Yep. Bum
And
rush.
then once those guys are done, I recycle it and do it again. With whoever didn't
Yeah.
commit with me, so if I get 5 of the 7, boom, I reload and get 2 other more.
I mean, I feel like the whole recruiting can be summed up to a bum rush. Like just
It is. It's
as
absolutely
fast
right.
as you can.
It's like Black Friday.
Yeah.
It's like Black Friday back in the day, where you stood out in line at 2:00 in the morning to fucking get in to Best Buy at 6 a.m. when it opened to bum rush and get the shit you wanted
Yeah.
for
How
half
have
off
y'all,
after it was oversold.
have y'all ever gotten spurned by a player yet? Where it's like you're first for like 12 weeks, and then 13th week the next team takes him, and it's like
Yeah, so typically in Declan, I want you to go up to this. Old linemen take a long time to fucking commit. I don't know why it is.
they have the mentality of turtles.
So old linemen. So I was recruiting these 3 fucking guards that were all 4-star. Right. I was top 3. I was number 2, and then I jumped to number 1 on their list. And it's now the end of the year. Like, okay, signing day is like the next advance.
Yeah.
And some school that was fucking 5th ends up signing him. And I'm like, how? Why? What happened? Like, what did they sell you on that I didn't already sell? It's like I match it up and I make sure all their interests are my A+ on my program, whether it be national championship, playing time, or pro, whatever it is. I make sure I line it up where I get all 3 to be lined up with them. I'm like, dude, you so chose to go to fucking Liberty?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, but this like it's so
Oh.
real, right? It's so real.
It is,
right?
no, but I love it because
Yeah.
it's realistic. It's realistic.
Like this week in real life, you and I had several conversations about DJ Pickett.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
Like,
did. And a
everybody's
week
like,
ago,
yeah.
I told you what
Yeah.
Oregon came in at, because I told you what Oregon came in
Yeah.
at. But I was very careful in what I told you. I told you
Yeah.
what Oregon offered, but
Yeah.
I never told you he committed.
Yeah, I understood that, right?
Because I knew where his heart was.
Yeah.
Right. And again, he chose with his heart, and that's why he's at LSU.
Yeah.
But I know where Oregon came in at. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
At 18 years old, I don't know if I'm
I mean,
saying that, man.
shit. You offered me that kind of money. I'm like,
Yeah. These 18-year-olds are making more mature
bro.
decisions in their life than I've ever
And I was
done.
proud of him. I was very proud of him.
Yeah, that's
Because in the long run, he made a career / life changing decision,
yep.
and I strongly, wholeheartedly believe that.
Yep. It was someone said recently, like, you can look at any coach, like when it comes to skill position coaches, you don't forget how to coach. So like it doesn't matter where Corey Raymond was or where he goes, he's not gonna forget how to coach a
Right.
player. So
No,
that was beautiful.
congratulations. That's a big time dude right there.
Yeah.
That's a game changing guy right there. That's gonna impact that defense
But
at a high level.
It's a great example though, because now LSU has a guy, Jabori Antoine, cornerback out of Westgate, and he's about to decommit, or he's already decommitted, but now he's going towards Miami because
When he saw Pickett sign, it put him
yeah.
put him in a box, and he
Yeah.
kind of knew where it was now.
Now there's still some rumors coming in that he will come here, but that's besides the point, right? The point is that if one of his things was playing time, his playing time just went down by a lot.
just got impacted.
Yep.
Absolutely. No, it plays into the game. And again, I love my biggest love about the game, gameplay aside, is how realistic all of it is.
Yep.
Like, I love the fact. So one of the things I made a comment in chat earlier. If you're playing well year after year, your stadium, how hard it is to play, actually goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So Florida, and I keep using Florida because that's the team that I picked, came in in the top 10. I think they were like 9 or something when the game rolled out or something.
Yep.
3 seasons later, we're number 3 because we have had 3 great seasons.
Yep.
And more people are showing up to the games. Where vice versa, Alabama, that I mentioned earlier to you guys, that was like 1-5, has had bad seasons. They actually dropped in the ranking of toughest places to play. So it's cool that the game adapts in each individual year to how it's actually happening in your game, which I thought was pretty cool. Because that's how it is in real life. Florida goes 4-8, you're going to see a 4-8 crowd in a home game. Doesn't matter who they're playing against.
Yep.
And vice versa. If they're 12-0, you're going to see that 12-0 crowd show up.
Okay.
What else? What else you guys like? We're approaching an hour and 20 minutes here, so I do want to respect what it is 11:10.
About that time, boys.
Oh, you're gonna play?
I'm gonna play.
All right. So with that being said, Randy's about to play. Randy, if you want to get your ass kicked, let me know. I am down to give ass whoopings,
Dude.
Tonight.
In no world will I ever choose to not play franchise. Just to explain that real quick.
There you go. All right. So that being said, we're about to lose Randy. He's about to log in and play a game. Declan, thank you for joining the pod.
No problem.
Randy, as always, appreciate you, sir. Always a pleasure. Have a great weekend. We'll do this again next week. And until next time, have a good time. Enjoy it.
Yep.
See ya.
The legacy of man, and NCAA here to stay. Joy leading the way in this game we trust. Franchise and dynasty, the People's Podcast. The legacy lives on, strong and true. Welcome to the People's Podcast, where legends play. The legacy of Madden, and NCAA here to stay. Joy lead the way in this game we trust. Franchise and dynasty, the People's Podcast. Welcome to the People's Podcast, where legends play.